All right, let's do it.
Hey everybody, Mike Iaconelli. Welcome to a brand new In the Shop, and we have another special one for you today. And today's shop, we're continuing the series on building up my brand new kayak. If you've watched the other three, guys, you know this is the Wilderness Systems Tactical Pro 128. We unboxed this thing. We put a Newport on the back. We added some Yak Attack products. We put a Lowrance HDS 9 on the front. And now we're going to give it a really special install. And we're going to put that Lowrance Recon trolling motor on the front. Dude, the great thing about this shop today, this build, is I don't want to totally claim that I'm going to be the first, but I'll say I'll be one of the first anglers ever to have that Lowrance Recon on the front of this kayak. That's exciting. That's the good news. The bad news, you're going to be in this with me to install something that I've never installed before. So definitely a little limited in my knowledge of how to put a trolling motor on the front, but we're going to do it together. I've seen this thing in action at ICAST last year, and the Recon is sort of the next generation of Lowrance Ghost. It's a spin-off of the Ghost. You know, the reason I really want to put this on this Tactical Pro, on this Wilderness Systems kayak, is I love my Newport in the back for when I'm making my big runs, right? But when I get to a spot, especially if it's a spot that's deep, right? Got my 8-foot power pole, micro spike, shallow water, I spike down, I fish. But if I'm in really deep water, 15, 20, 30, 40, 100 foot of water, I love that anchor lock feature, right? That feature that allows you to hit a button and stay on a spot, okay? So I love that. This is a lot like the Ghost. So 130 pounds of thrust, super powerful, but this is the wireless version, right? This is the version that I can take that pedal. I can use a remote like a lot of the trolling motors, but on this one, guys, I'm using a pedal, just like what's in my bass boat. And the Wilderness Systems 128 has the room, okay? So I'm super excited because it's another piece that's going to help me convert this into a mini bass boat, okay? So first things first, hey now. Prop? About the same as my Ghost prop. Here she comes, guys. All right, this is a early prototype of what you will see on the market. So the Lowrance Recon is going to open up the big boat world, the saltwater world, and now with this shorter shaft version, this, guys, I'm going to measure this for you in a second, but shorter shaft, I think we've got a 36 or 38 inch kayak specific shaft on that Recon. So, you know, if you look at it, looks like the Ghost, very similar to the Ghost. We've got a much smaller mounting bracket. We've got a quick release on it. We've got a power control center right up here on the front. Just like the Ghost, you can run this thing on 36 volts or 24 volts. So in this case, guys, we're going to run this off of 36 volts. We're going to run it with a lot of power. I kind of want to do this just because I want to get an idea of what this thing's going to look like. Guys, I just laid this Recon on here. It looks like it's meant to be. Guys, this is meant to be on the front of this Wilderness System. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing, but I just laid it down, and it's an unbelievable fit. And I think the last big component, and I'm right, that we have to open up, for you guys that like the remote, has a remote. But if you're watching this and you're a convert angler, you're a big boat angler that got into kayak fishing like me, wireless pedal. Bluetooth pedal. So works just like a regular ghost pedal. Okay? Heel to toe goes left and right. It's once you learn how to do it, it's like riding a bike. But if you see some of these key functions, that's the one, guys, right there. The anchor lock button. Out there in 30 foot of water, on a school of fish, on a hump, on a drop, on a tree, on a piece of brush, trying to keep the kayak in one spot. Boop. Hands free. I'll lay this down and just give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. Look at the amount of leg room I have. The nice thing about this being wireless is literally I can just move this around. So this is what it's going to look like. I don't know that I'm even going to permanently mount this thing. I think I'm just going to kind of leave it free floating. I might come up with a system to like maybe bungee it in places. But I'm already kind of liking the fact that I can move it around. Left, right, straight, spot lock. This is going to be awesome, guys. We're going to end up leaving that wireless pedal loose. We'll use a bungee or maybe some heavy-duty Velcro because I want to really be able to move that around depending on what style of fishing I'm doing. Isn't even kayak fishing anymore? We also have the remote. So if you're more of a traditional guy, we'll have that as a backup. Loosen the side plate screws from each side of mount C. The screws are retained by washers. Just took the 2 side plates off of that Recon. Took it off the left and right. And we've exposed this mounting plate on the bottom. Okay, so now we're really going to try to figure out how to get this thing mounted on the factory wilderness plate is the next step. All right, guys, so we've got it on there. I want to let you know I had some spare Kusa board laying around, and we used that as a backing plate up underneath. The other nice thing about being more secure is it also shortened up the distance that we had to tighten those bolts in, okay? So we went through, we've got 3 on the right, 3 on the left. It's got a washer, a rubber grommet, and then the Kusa board. So, okay, so that's on. As you look, if you take a look at this, dude, I mean solid. Like, even with a lot of upward pressure, hardly any flex to the nose of that boat at all, and it's solid. It's not gone anywhere. It's permanently on there. Next phase, we're going to get the side plates we removed. We're going to get these put back on, and we had the super drill, so we're just going to hand screw these back in. Careful not to break the teat off. You don't want to break your teat off. Teats are important, you know? All right, guys, we just got these side plates reinstalled, finishing up this installation. Guys, this was a pretty easy install. I was a little intimidated, never put a trolling motor on the front of a kayak before, so it was pretty easy. The next step, and we're not going to include that in this video, but we're going to actually send power to it. But I want to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to wire this Recon to an Anderson plug. The great thing about the Wilderness Systems Recon 128 already has the female ends of the Anderson plug. So that's going to be a real easy install. We're going to run it through to our battery tray. That's a Wilderness Systems battery tray that fits really nice in the bottom of the hull. Of course, we put a breaker on there because we're going to run this Recon on 36 volts. Once again, just like the Ghost, the Recon can run 36 or 24, but we're going to run it on the 36 VM50 Pro Guide Lithium. I hope you enjoyed this shop video installing the brand new Lowrance Recon. Of course, this is the prototype kayak model with the shorter shaft on the Wilderness Systems 128. Dude, I am really happy with how this thing's coming out. Newport on the back, Yak Attack, Lowrance Electronics, Power Pole, and now the Lowrance Recon in the front, especially for those deeper water anchor lock situations. Guys, if you like these videos, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, tell your friends about the channel. It's Mike Iaconelli Fishing on YouTube. We're here to help you hopefully learn a couple things and have a good time. So, hope you enjoyed this install. Next time you see me, I'll be on the water with my brand new Recon.